Hello everyone, Drishti IAS welcomes you to the new series of Simplified. Today's topic of discussion is space technology and others. The dimensions we are going to cover are, first of all, introduction. After that, we will discuss about orbits, then about satellite launching vehicles. So let's begin with a brief introduction first. Space technology is a technology for use in travel or activities beyond Earth's atmosphere for purposes such as space flight or space exploration. Space technology includes space vehicles such as spacecraft, satellites, space stations, and orbital launch vehicles, deep space communication, in-space propulsion, and a wide variety of other technologies including support infrastructure equipment and procedures. Now let's discuss about the orbits. An orbit is a regular repeating path that one object in space takes around another one. An object in an orbit is called a satellite. A satellite can be natural like Earth or the Moon. Many planets have moons that orbit them. A satellite can also be man-made, like the International Space Station. According to the height of satellites from the Earth, the orbits can be classified as high Earth orbit, medium Earth orbit, and low Earth orbit. High Earth orbit begins about 1/10 of the way to the Moon. Many kinds of weather and some communications satellites tend to have a high Earth orbit furthest away from the surface. Satellites that orbit in a medium or mid-Earth orbit include navigation satellites designed to monitor a particular region. Most scientific satellites, including NASA's Earth Observing System fleet, have a low Earth orbit. Now let's discuss about the satellite launching vehicles. First is Satellite Launch Vehicle 3, that is SLV-3. SLV-3 was India's first experimental satellite launch vehicle, which was an all-solid 4-stage vehicle weighing 17 tons with a height of 22 meters and capable of placing 40 kg class payloads in low Earth orbit or LEO. The successful culmination of the SLV-3 project showed the way to advanced launch vehicle projects such as the Augmented Satellite Launch Vehicle or ASLV, Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle or PSLV, and the Geosynchronous Satellite Launch Vehicle, that is GSLV. Next is ASLV, that is Augmented Satellite Launch Vehicle. The ASLV program was designed to augment the payload capacity of 150 kg, thrice that of SLV-3 for low Earth orbits or LEO. While building upon the experience gained from the SLV-3 missions, ASLV proved to be a low-cost intermediate vehicle to demonstrate and validate critical technologies that would be needed for the future launch vehicles like strap-on technology, inertial navigation, bulbous heat shield, vertical integration, and closed-loop guidance. Next is PSLV, that is Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle. PSLV is the third-generation launch vehicle of India. It is the first Indian launch vehicle to be equipped with liquid stages. It is a 4-staged launch vehicle with first and third stages using solid rocket motors and second and fourth stages using liquid rocket engines. After its first successful launch in October 1994, PSLV emerged as the reliable and versatile workhorse launch vehicle of India with 39 consecutively successful missions by June 2017. Initially, PSLV had a carrying capacity of 850 kg but has been enhanced to 1.9 tons. It has a history of successful launches of payloads that include Chandrayaan-1, Mars Orbiter Mission, that is MOM, and the Space Recovery Mission, etc. Next is Geosynchronous Satellite Launch Vehicle, that is GSLV. The GSLV project was initiated in 1990 with the objective of acquiring an Indian launch capability for geosynchronous satellites. GSLV uses major components that are already proven in the PSLV launch vehicles in the form of the S125 or S139 solid rocket booster and the liquid-fueled Vikas engine. Due to the thrust required for injecting the satellite in a geostationary transfer orbit or GTO, the third stage was to be powered by a LOX or LH2 cryogenic engine, which at that time India did not possess or had the technology know-how to build one. Variants include GSLV rockets using the Russian cryogenic stage or CS are designated as the GSLV Mark I, while versions using the indigenous cryogenic upper stage or CUS are designated the GSLV Mark II. All GSLV launches have been conducted from the Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota. GSLV Mk2 is the largest launch vehicle developed by India, which is currently in operation. This fourth generation launch vehicle is a 3-stage vehicle with 4 liquid strap-ons. GSLV Mk3, chosen to launch Chandrayaan-2 spacecraft, is a 3-stage heavy-lift launch vehicle developed by ISRO. The vehicle has 2 solid strap-ons, a core liquid booster, and a cryogenic upper stage. GSLV Mk3 is designed to carry 4-ton class of satellites into geosynchronous transfer orbit or GTO, or about 10 tons to low Earth orbit, that is LEO, which is about twice the capability of the GSLV Mk2. GSLV Mk3 M1 successfully injected Chandrayaan-2, India's second lunar mission, into Earth parking orbit on July 22, 2019 from Satish Dhawan Space Center, SHAR, Sriharikota. Next is Reusable Launch Vehicle Technology Demonstrator, that is RLV-TD. RLV-TD is one of the most technologically challenging endeavors of the ISRO towards developing essential technologies for a fully reusable launch vehicle to enable low-cost access to space. RLV-TD consists of a fuselage body, a nose cap, double delta wings, and twin vertical tails. It also features symmetrically placed active control surfaces called ailerons and rudder. This technology demonstrator was boosted to Mach number 5 by a conventional solid booster, that is HS9, designed for low burn rate. Objectives of RLV-TD include hypersonic aerothermodynamic characterization of wing body, evaluation of autonomous navigation, guidance and control, that is NGC schemes, integrated flight management, and thermal protection system evaluation. Next is ramjet. A ramjet is a form of air-breathing jet engine that uses the vehicle's forward motion to compress incoming air for combustion without a rotating compressor. Ramjets work most efficiently at supersonic speeds, but they are not efficient at hypersonic speeds. Next is scramjet engine TD. A scramjet engine is an improvement over the ramjet engine as it efficiently operates at hypersonic speeds and allows supersonic combustion. The scramjet engine designed by ISRO uses hydrogen as fuel and the oxygen from the atmospheric air as the oxidizer. The first experimental mission of ISRO's scramjet engine towards the realization of an air-breathing propulsion system was successfully conducted on August 28, 2016 from Satish Dhawan Space Center, SHAR, Sriharikota. So that's all for today. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.